Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Hey, shalom, shalom, viewing audience. This is Israel United in Christ, and this is the Writings on the Wall radio show. All right, to my right.
Shalom, Israel, Officer Elijah.
Officer Obadiah.
And I'm Officer David. Shalom, Israel.
Okay.
Yeah, hey.
He's back.
Hey, I'm back. Cap, hey, man, don't leave me out of this thing, man.
All praise, all praise.
Because this is your place for what?
This is your place for end time news.
That's right.
That's right.
Hey, I gotta give a shout out to the DJ and the IT back there. The transition was kind of smooth.
Hey, they stepped
Right.
up, bro. That was good. That was good.
It was. You can't give them too much.
Right.
I don't know what the cameraman doing, but
I do not. Hey, that
cameraman
brother-
going crazy, ain't he?
He all over the place right now. Look at him. Breathe,
Yeah, man.
cameraman. Breathe.
All right. So we got what we got lined up today. We got what we got Esau monitoring folk.
Right.
Yep.
What else we got?
We got food shortages.
Yeah. It's increasing.
We
So
got,
we got on the heart transplants being refused. And,
Right.
Yeah. Don't say you know what.
I know. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it.
Yeah, some officer.
No, I was gonna say, and Russia and Ukraine thing is increasing.
Yeah. Tension's still on the rise. We got to keep y'all up to date with that.
That's
right.
right.
Got to keep the people up to date. Hey, y'all ready?
Yes,
sir.
sir.
All right. Give me first topic, man. Give me first topic.
This is thecentersquare.com. Federal agency to begin tracking those who seek religious exemptions to Biden's mosquito bite mandate.
Okay. It's a damn. Okay. I wanted let me read some of that. It's a federal agency to begin tracking those who would seek religious exemptions. Religious exemptions. Now, that right there, that's very alarming. Why does that matter if it's a religious exemption or not?
That's a setup, bro.
Yeah, it is exactly what it is right there, man. Read some of that article.
The Center Square, an obscure agency of the U.S. government whose stated mission is to reduce recidivism and work with criminal justice partners.
Hey, do me a favor, man. Make that big. We can't even see that thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Sheesh. Yeah, that's better. All right, read that.
The Center Square, an obscure agency of the U.S. government whose stated mission is to reduce recidivism and work with criminal justice partners to enhance public safety.
Hold on. Wait.
Wait a minute.
An obscure agency. What does that mean? Is it a secret agency that is doing this? Come on, man. We got to be more ahead of the times. Come on. I'm an obscure agency.
Central Intelligence. I have an idea who it would probably be.
There you go. Cap. All praise.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, y'all.
Will begin tracking all federal employees who filed for religious exemptions to President Joe Biden's mosquito bite mandate on federal workers and contractors.
Right. So the alarming thing about this, they're saying they're going to begin tracking. They're going to begin tracking individuals who reject the mosquito bite mandate for religious purposes. What y'all got on that? I start with Officer David. What you got on that, bro?
Man, Cap. So this is a setup right here. All right.
That's
so
a
they
setup,
finna be.
bro.
So they putting this in place for the Israelites. All right. They know that on what we teach. All right. We're going against. So we're going. All right. According to the Bible. All right. And we're not going to be taking this mosquito bite like that. All right. So they're going to be on the tracking us to see, hey, can we fire these people? All right. We got to be the ones to be listen to the leadership to make sure that we are doing what they say. All right. And getting ourselves together. All right. And preparing for what's to come. All right. And this is the end times. Okay. They're going to be watching us. So we got to do what so the leadership says. Yes, sir.
All right, watch this. We'll show you something biblical real quick because in the article it says to go against Biden's mandate. It said to go against Biden's mandate. Give me that in 1 Maccabees real quick. I want to show you something. Because like it says in Ecclesiastes, it says there's nothing new under the sun, right?
Right.
There's nothing new under the sun.
Right.
All right, so I want to show you something. Give me the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse, tell you what, I don't want 3. I want chapter 1 and verse 41.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 41.
Watch this.
Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and every one should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
So what do we see here? It says, and everyone should leave his laws. That's going into what? His religion.
Right.
You see that? Because he says everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed to the commandment of the king. Now jump up to verse 49. Watch this.
Verse 49. To the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die.
There it is right there. It says keep a record. Track these people who denied the mandate. He said track these people. What are we saying? We're realizing that history is replaying itself over and over again, but they're doing it. They are doing it very obscure. They're not doing it out in the open. You understand? It's leading up. It's leading up step by step by step. Officer Lodge, you got something on that?
Yeah, like the when we was watching a few months back where they was talking about they looking for the black identity extremists. They've been trying to find some kind of anything to pinpoint the Israelites so they can stop the work that we're putting out in the earth, because America has been pushing lies to us and oppressing us for years, but now the truth is coming out. So there's no way to stop it other than create laws to attack us. Give me that in John chapter 8. 15 verse 18. Christ told us that we was going to be persecuted. If we follow him, we got to accept the same things he had to go through. Read that.
The book of John, chapter 15 and verse 18.
Read.
And if the world hates you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you.
Read.
If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. So
Christ said because we chose to keep the laws and not participate in what Babylon is setting up, the world hates us. And that's what Christ is telling us. Read that last scripture.
Remember the word that I said unto you. The servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. So
that's what we're telling you. That's what's going to happen. They're going to persecute us because we're keeping God's laws. And that's why we're the target.
Right.
Hey, real quick. It said for religious purposes. Now, religion according to the Bible, we always say what? We not religious. We not, but we are religious according to this definition.
Right.
Because when you think about religion, you think of modern day Christianity, you think about Buddhists, you think about Islam. In that aspect, nah, we not into that. But give me that in 1 Maccabees, the 2nd chapter, and give me verse 19. All right, watch this.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 19.
Chapter 2, verse 19.
Chapter 2 and verse 19. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice, though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him.
It says that, you see that? It says all the nations under the king's dominion. Who is that today? That's the United States of America.
Right, right.
United States of America has everybody in agreement with what they're pushing. Come on.
And fall away, every one from the religion of their fathers.
You see that? It falls away from the religion of their fathers. That's what America wants.
Right.
All right, come on.
And give consent to his commandments. Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers.
Watch this.
God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion.
There it is. We have a religion as the Israelites too. And guess what that is? That's keeping God's law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
All right, so they want to mark. They want to know who is really about this truth.
That's right.
That's the thing about it. Do me a favor before we run out of time. Go to the next bracket. Read that. Come on.
This is the NewYorkPost.com. Boston patient removed from heart transplant list for being unjabbed.
Okay. So what are we saying? I really don't even got to get into the article. What are they saying right here? They're saying that if you do not conform with the commandment of the king, it says that you ain't even going to be able to be granted health care.
Right.
What you got someone on the officer?
Yeah. Show you that Israel always go through the same thing every time.
Right.
It's nothing new under the sun. They were doing the same thing during the time of Ezra. Give me that in Ezra chapter 4 and verse 11. I'll get straight to the point. What they were doing? They were trying to let the king know these people are rebellious. If you have anything, they're not going to want to follow it. That's kind of like the same strategy they're using. They know we will stick with our religion. We'll stick with our laws. So what they do, they throw things at you that they know you're not going to follow, so you may look like you're being rebellious. Read that for me.
The book of Ezra, chapter 4 and verse 11. This is the copy of the letter that they sent unto him, even unto Artaxerxes the king. Thy servants, the men on this side the river, and at such a time, be it known unto the king, that the Jews which came up from thee to us are come unto Jerusalem, building the rebellious in the bad city, and have set up the walls thereof, and joined the foundations.
Now, keep in mind, what Israel was trying to do, we were trying to build ourselves back up. The wall was down, and we were trying to build the wall back together, and they didn't want that mission to continue. They wanted to destroy what being established. It's the same thing today. When you look at us today, we try to bring ourselves back together, and what do you find? They trying to find ways to destroy the mission. Wait, let me take that up.
Be it known now unto the king, that if this city be builded, and the wall set up again, then will they not pay toll, tribute, and custom.
You see that? Uh-huh.
And so thou shalt endamage the revenue of the king.
You see that? That's showing you it's a deficit to the nation. That's the same thing they're doing today. If they want to follow the rules that we set up in place, they are no good to us. They're going to cost us pain. They're going to cost us issues.
Oh, you just end on that point.
He just dropped the mic.
This brother's back at even, man. Sheesh. This brother just, I was like, I'm cliffhanger. I'm like, okay.
I'm done.
Okay, I thought you had something. This brother looks at me. No, but excellent point, officer. Excellent point.
All praise.
No, that's exactly what's going on. They're tracking. They want to see who the ringleaders are. Who's going to be the ones to turn this kingdom upside down. They're trying to put an end to that before it starts. But we understand that. We understand what we're up against. What's that in Matthew 10 and 28? Right. Give me that real quick. We understand what we're up against. There's no fear here. All right, we just have to play. Let the course run. Let things run its course. All right, we can't go against what's prophesied in the scriptures. Okay, and a lot of our people, they think that the white man can't go back to being the way he was. You are sadly mistaken if you think that the white man is going to see his kingdom falling and decaying, and he's not going to do nothing about it.
You're going to learn today.
Read what you got.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 28.
Come on.
And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him, which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Right. So those who want to come against us and persecute us, put us in prison, things like that, we're not worried about that. Because guess what? We're doing this to please who? Please the Creator.
That's right.
Hey, you got that on that Joe Rogan interview for me? Play the play the first part for me real quick.
When you look at a lot of these think tanks and, groups of very powerful interests, when you look at the kind of world they want, they would like to get rid of things like car ownership.
Yes, I've been seeing that too.
They want to get rid of home ownership.
Yeah.
They want people to all be on the grid in a major way. They want surveillance, cradle to grave, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Go ahead and
So I
pause that
think-
real
Credit
quick.
systems.
Yeah, and the only thing
So
that's
it says they want to get us on the grid, meaning what? So they can monitor us. They want to know everything we doing. They want to know everything about us.
Wait a minute.
All of that social media was not for entertainment.
Right.
That was to collect everything about you, and they got a record for everybody. Right. They monitor everybody, but we played right into their system.
Right. Yes.
Now check this out. Give me that in Ephesians 6. We wrestle not real quick. All right, because we have to understand what we up against, and even Esau said it. He said, like the powers that be. Esau understands that there's normal Esau and then there's elite Esau. They understand that too. That this society, this country, this world is being ran by certain powers. You understand? You got what I want?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 12.
Uh-huh.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Right. It says against the rulers of the darkness of this world. Hey, go back to that interview real quick, because we got to understand they've been conditioning us and programming us this whole time.
Right.
To do what? To usher in the New World Order, but we don't even realize we're in the New World Order right now.
Right.
All right. It's been a process of conditioning. They use the media to do it. You understand? They use mainstream Christianity to do it. All right. So to the point where now we're living in a false reality, but we don't even know. We think that this is real. That's what the Matrix was all about.
Right.
It is there. You thought it was a real thing, but nah, it wasn't. That's what this present day is right now. Okay? That's why you see men becoming lovers of themselves, social media accounts, hatred against your own people. That's what you're seeing. That's the reality of today. Everybody's vain. All right? Hey, you got the rest of that interview? All right, play that.
left to do seems to be to get in with them.
Right.
So that when
I'm sorry. So he's talking about,
Damn.
says, to the point where all you could do is get in with the powers that be.
Right. Yes, sir.
Play on. I want to hear what he says.
they're doing this to everyone, you're with them.
Yeah, you're on the right side of the plexiglass.
Because here's the problem. People are marching into this willingly. They're like marching into it. It's like my aunt or the other aunt. Like people, as long as their team wins, they don't really care what rights they lose.
Stop. So now it's like, just like the celebrities, as long as they good, I'm cool with it.
Yep.
They know what they're doing is wrong. They know what the powers that be, what they're doing to their people is wrong. But they're saying, I'm good. I'm going to be all right. Give me that in Isaiah 28.
Bring it out.
All right, because this is the situation. A lot of our people, we only think for the now.
That's it.
We don't think eternal. You understand? We don't think long term. Understand? This is going to pass away. But Esau has convinced the majority of our people that this is going to be here.
Right.
That's the issue. Right. You know what? Before you do that, I got a scripture that came to mind. Give me Sirach 11. I believe that's what I want. Sorry. Another one. Yeah, give me Sirach chapter 11, verse 19. Then I think it's Isaiah 28, 15. That's what I want. Watch this.
The book of Sirach, chapter 11 and verse 19.
Come on.
Whereas he said, I have found rest.
There it is. Our people, they say that they found rest here in America. They are content. They like the way things are going here. They are in agreement with the Babylon system. Okay, come on.
And now will eat continually of my good.
That's what it is. They think that they can continue to do this. It don't matter if it's war or rumor of war. They don't care if it's pestilence right now. A lot of our people think that they are going to continue in the way that America's rolling right now.
Right.
Come on.
And yet he knoweth not what time shall come upon
But
him.
he don't know what's coming upon him. Literally, the end of the world as we know it is coming upon our people.
It's right
but we
before
like,
their
nah, man, I'm sitting good. I'm cool.
Right.
I like the benefits that I get here. Read.
And that he must leave those things to others.
God is telling you that, hey, every man has a time where he's gonna die. Everybody has a time where we're appointed to die. He's saying when you die, you're gonna leave that thing to others. Okay, come on.
And die.
And die. Now, that type of brother or sister right there who thinks that they have riches in their possessions, guess what? That death is going into the second death.
Right.
Because while you have opportunity on earth to get things right, nah, you said, I'm going to trust in my possession.
Yep.
You understand? I'm going to be comfortable in my goods. What's the one I wanted? Isaiah 28. Watch this. Because the cat that Joe Rogan was interviewing, he said something pretty heavy. He said, as long as you're on their team, you good. You comfortable. All right, watch this.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Come on.
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
There it is. What we just read. Those who want to be comfortable here and they want to rest and relax, God say, you have made a covenant with death.
Dang.
That's what the Bible says. Hey, read that again.
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
Come on.
And with hell are we at agreement.
Right. Meaning what? A lot of people think that this is heaven on earth. This is hell on earth for the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American.
Right.
God says you comfortable with the way things is here. Things are here. It says you made a covenant with death and hell. Come on.
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through.
Now it says when the judgment come, when the overflowing scourge come through, the plagues, come on.
It shall not come unto us.
That's what they told you. That's what they made you believe, that as long as you buy in to what America pushes, that you going to be good. You ain't going to feel the plagues. Right. Wrong. Read what you got.
For we have made lies our refuge.
There it is. You made lies your refuge. Come on.
And under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
It says under falsehood have you hid yourselves. Is some more on that?
No, sir. That's it.
That's the last verse in the chapter?
Oh, therefore thus saith the Lord God, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste.
What is it saying? It's saying if you hold fast to your religion,
Right.
you understand? You ain't gonna be so quick to turn on God and God's people.
Right.
You ain't gonna be so quick to leave your religion and the ways of God, keeping his laws. Because what it say, Christ, that's that cornerstone right there. It say that Christ is the sure foundation.
Right.
All right. Hey, we pressed for time, so do me a favor, click the last one. I want to play that last article with the monetary thing, because we talked about the conditioning, right?
Right.
All right, watch this. Play that real quick. I want the video. Yeah, play that.
When it comes to some of those concerns, what would you say are the biggest ones for when Americans do get that digital dollar?
Yeah, I think the biggest concern is the fact that, you know, in a cash society, government doesn't completely control you, right? Because you have access to money and you can obviously keep it outside of the banking system, you still have it.
Hey, stop. So he said something heavy. He said when you have access to cash, the government don't completely control you. Why? Because you could have your assets. You could have access to your assets.
Right.
Now check this out. Think about what they've been doing to condition us all these years. First, you had your coins, your dollars. You understand? And then they had checks.
Right.
Now checks is a check actually your money? No. But it's a representation. So you write the amount, you hand it, you cash your check. Then they came out with what? Debit cards.
Right.
Debit cards, that made everything that much more convenient, right? Mm-hmm. That made everything that much more convenient. And now it's the digital currency. You understand? Now it's the digital currency. What are they trying to do through conditioning? They trying to get you to willingly hand over everything to the point in a snap of a finger what they could do. Oh, you know what? You don't want to go with what we're pushing?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, we'll cancel you.
Blow the block.
You ever seen Enemy of the State?
Yep.
You seen
Yes,
Enemy of the
sir.
State, right?
Yes, sir.
They cancel all of his accounts.
Right.
They tried to flush him out. He couldn't do anything.
Right.
You understand? So that's what are we witnessing? This is real life. This is happening right now.
Right.
All right. And understand, like was that Deacon Malachi brought out the Bitcoin, all of that, the cryptocurrency. What is that? That's just a test. A test run for what's going to come.
Right.
Hey, play that out. Let's finish that out.
To some of those concerns, what would you say are the biggest ones for when Americans do get that digital dollar?
Yeah, I'd say the biggest concern is the fact that, in a cash society, government doesn't completely control you, right? Because you have access to money and you can obviously keep it outside of the banking system, you still have it. Under a digital dollar system, you won't have that kind of control. So we've seen over the last 2 years, government indicating and mandating all kinds of rules on people's lives. But when you add a monetary factor to that, where government could then say, but if you don't comply with what we want, we can drain your bank account, or we can just take your money from you, or we can freeze your access to all money because all money is digital, that becomes a problem.
Backing off of all these benefits of a regular cryptocurrency or even Bitcoin, but with more of the drawbacks, such as the lack of privacy, the lack of security, and most of all, the lack of control, as you're basically handing all of your financial freedom away to the centralized authority. So no, all the real benefits will all end up benefiting the central authority, not the actual people.
There it is. Y'all got anything on that, officers, before we go to the next? Look at IT. They put topic 1 up again.
Right.
What's wrong with these brothers? Well, y'all got anything before we go to topic 2?
You got to think about it, Cap. Like when I think it was Deacon brought up the class about the money and how America tricked the world into buying into that dollar system. As soon as they didn't have the gold to match their dollars, so they tricked the world to accept this dollar system. And as soon as America got the world to accept the dollar system, they didn't even try to hold up to their point of having the amount of gold. So America can't be trusted anyway. We already know they're deceitful when it comes to power and control. And that's what we're witnessing right now, how they're doing to the American people. And they're definitely going to target the Israelites.
That's right.
Uh-oh.
Children, really quick, give me on the 2 Corinthians on the 6 and 17. All right, because we got to come out of this on the system. All right, we got to start to build our own. All right, gather together. All right, start to stockpile for ourselves. All right, read that.
The book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 17. Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate.
And be ye what?
And be ye separate, saith the Lord. And touch not the unclean thing.
And touch not the unclean thing. All right, so this world is going to give you the unclean thing to go into. All right, we got to, come out of that thing. And don't touch that. Read.
And I will receive you.
And the Lord will receive us. But we got to gather together, all right, under the leadership that we have. All right, the leadership is telling us what to do. All right, we got to do what we got to do. All right? Go ahead.
Hey.
Yeah, go ahead, officer. Go ahead.
Yeah. Just to tag on what you were saying earlier, Cap. When you see even the jobs that you work at, they ask you if you have a direct deposit. If you don't have a direct deposit, one other thing they do, they'll go ahead and give you another form of cards that still goes into the plastic that you're referring to show you can never receive actual check or actual cash where you have full control over. All that is mind game for real, like you said.
Right.
It's conditioning. So now we think, I have to have a bank. Like, wait a second. They convinced us that give us your money so we can protect it. Why can't I protect it myself? You understand?
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us a spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road. Purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.